Hi guys, it's Andre here from CarPlay Solutions. Today we're going to install this Android radio in this 2010 Toyota Fortuner. So this boring radio is going to come out. We're going to install it with this one. This trim plate comes with the one with the manual aircon vents as well, the aircon buttons. So yeah, but let's quickly do the installation so that you can see how it's done. First up, we're just going to have to remove this trim plate. So we send all our products with this trim tools. So I'm just going to start by popping this out. So just going to pull that in. And okay. Now we can just unplug this. Okay, now this one is out. Right, so next up we need a 10 mil socket to remove this 4 nuts on the sides. Okay, now this should just slide out. And I'm gonna have to unplug this wire. And that's it. All the radios out. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna remove this back side and then also the air vents, because we're gonna have to switch it over to the new one. So I'm just gonna screw it here. Okay, and then there's just this clips that's holding it. So pop it. There we go. So this will be moved to the new trim plate as well. So now you see this air vents has this little clips there on the side that we're just gonna pull away. So it's done. There we go. There we go. That one is up. And then we'll just have to remove this clips that it has. Now we can swap these clips, put them on the new one. Okay, see, that one is installed. Okay, next one. Now we can install this one, this part here. Just gonna slide in like that. Now we can bolt this on. Next one. Okay guys, we're installing the harness and everything now, but you will see that everything will just plug in like it should. You can't really not plug it in correctly. And just make sure that the pins are nice and straight. You'll see sometimes it bends. Just check. If it doesn't want to fit, don't force it. Just check that the pins are correct. So this harness here, this is for the LTE SIM card. Just going to insert the SIM card there. This one is for the microphone, the external microphone. This little plug is just for the fan of the radio. This one is just for front camera if you need the camera, and the rest is just sound cables. So that's just for aftermarket amplifiers and stuff like that. So this is the microphone, the external microphone we can install. Usually some of the customers just use the original built-in microphone of the car, but yeah. Right, so this is the LTE antenna for the SIM card, and this one is the GPS antenna, obviously for the GPS. So you can just stick it anywhere underneath here. Just watch out for any metals or electronics. Hey guys, so it's currently raining, so I'm not gonna record this, but what I'm gonna show you is that what I'm gonna do with the microphone is just literally gonna pull this away. So I'm gonna run the wire for the microphone. I'm gonna put it just here, and then I'm gonna take the wire, put it in there, and then I'm gonna actually remove this earphone vent so that I have access. Then I'm gonna run the wire just all across here till it gets to the radio. And next up, we have these two USB cables, which also plugs in the back of the unit, and we're just gonna run it from here and just put it here in the glove box. So it's really simple to install. But what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna tape this. Okay. There you go. Right, so this is the cable you're going to use for the reverse camera. The cam VIN is the correct one for the reverse camera. So if your Bucky has, or Fortuner has, reverse camera factory, you're going to plug it in here, and then it's going to have the camera. If your Bucky has the CAN bus box, which we don't have here, then you're going to use the cam 12 volt for the camera to give it 12 volt. But like this Fortuner didn't have reverse camera, doesn't have the CAN bus box, you're going to have to use the brake wire to get 12 volts. So what you're going to do is you're going to connect this to the reverse lamp, and then this is going to trigger. As soon as the reverse light comes on, it's going to trigger the camera. The camera will show on the screen. Okay, so I'm going to start by adding this. I'm just going to plug it in there. You'll see that all of the plugs just fit in one place, so you can't really mess it up. This is the cable for the LTE SIM card, and then also the plug for the fan. But anyway, so this we're gonna fit there in the glove box as well. But, let's just install it here quickly. Okay, there we go. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this fan wire in now already. So just plug it in like that. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna tape these cables together so that it doesn't have any rattling and stuff. And remember, this one is for the microphone which we fitted. You can see here, there it is. Like I said previously, you run it all the way across here, really easy. I didn't have something to pull it through, so I just taped the one end of the microphone on the HDMI cable and I just ran it through there. So it was quite easy to do, really simple. But yeah, let's get to the installation. Okay, so this is the LTE cable, so the 4G one. So I'm just gonna screw it in there quickly and then do the same with the GPS antenna. This I'm gonna just screw it in here. Okay, nice. Okay, now what we can do is just check that everything is plugged in. Run this wire quickly to the glove box. This is the power cable, which we're just going to plug in here. There we go. And then this is the microphone cable that we ran earlier. So what I always do is, if we have a connection like this, I tape it up so that it doesn't get a loose connection or something. Okay, that's done. Now what we can do is we can quickly test the unit and see whether it's working or not. Before that, let's just quickly plug in the USB cables as well. Okay, that one there. This one just next to it. Okay, let's quickly test it. This is the FM antenna. Okay, just gonna let it hang like this. Okay, so what you'll notice is that because this one doesn't have the canvas box, you're gonna have to manually assign the steering wheel controls. So there's an app called SWC. I'm just gonna click there. So what you'll see is when you press and hold the button, you'll have to select. So then I'm gonna select 2, press and hold the minus, click the minus, and there you go. Then you can just press select, accept, and then you'll see your steering wheel controls is working. Okay, great. So let's just quickly test the radio. There you can see it's working. Okay, so now everything is tested. We can quickly plug in the previous cables for the aircon. Okay guys, so the volume buttons works perfectly. You can see there it's working nicely. I'm not going to play music because of copyright. You can see it skips nicely. Okay, great stuff. So you can go here. Here's your home screen. There's different themes that you can download. Google Maps if you have Wi-Fi, or download it offline. CarPlay, YouTube, Netflix, Spotify. You can go there. There's multiple stuff to do. Google Play Store. You can download third-party apps, all of that stuff. I mean, YouTube. You can see it's really responsive. It's not slow at all. Netflix. But yeah, cool guys. If you're interested in an Android device for your car, or just want Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in your car, give us a shout. We are CarPlay Solutions from South Africa, but we supply all across the world. Our units is really good quality. Comes with 3-year warranty, high spec units, not fake like most of them out there. But yeah, give us a shout. Cool. Subscribe and like the video. Thanks.